Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Storm King's Thunder. This is episode 61, live right here at Proficiency Bonus. We are so happy that you are here tonight to hang out with us and to go on this amazing adventure through this Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition module with us. It may seem a little awkward because we are so far out of the book right now, it is crazy. So just hold on tight and stick with us as we continue on. First of all, I'd like to give out a couple quick shout outs before we begin. I'd like to give a shout out to Twitch, Streamlabs, Team MZ, Many-Sided Dice for all their support and allowing us to be affiliated and partnered with them. We also want to throw out a big shout out to Dice Bard, our official sponsor. You can go check out their merchandise at dicebard.com or type in !Dicebard in the Twitch chat, where you can get a link to the website. And if you use the coupon code PROBO at checkout, you will get free expedited shipping to anywhere in the universe. Or the world. Yeah.
Mostly Pluto.
Well, yeah, Pluto.
Limited to the United States and Canada.
Did they revoke the fact that they took Pluto's planet away?
That never happened.
That never
it's
happened?
Still a planet. It's still a planet. Ignore it.
Okay.
No, that never happened.
That never happened?
No. No.
Conspiracy?
It's still a planet. Conspiracy.
Okay.
It's still a planet.
I'm just checking. I can't ever keep up.
Pluto is the most beautiful planet.
So, we want to keep Pluto in our thoughts tonight, chat.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let's make
Next
sure.
big goal: get Pluto's planet ship back.
That's it.
That's the next
That's
big
the
goal,
next. That's our next big goal. A quick recap from last week. Our party has been going after a lich named Cruella the Black, who has trapped Diana's soul into a gem that she currently has inlaid in her armor. I'm going to get you guys over to our overlay. Unfortunately, MG is running a little bit late tonight. He will be here soon. He had some work things that he had to do and catch up on, so he's going to be here soon. So if things look a little bit awkward in the videos, which they will, because Zoss is not playing Lachlan, and Christy is not playing Diana, and...
I'd be so much nicer.
But you'd be stupid.
And Ashley would be so mean. Sarah would be so mean.
Sarah playing Callista. And for some reason, Ashlyn is just a corner of a red gem for some reason right now. So I'm going to get rid of that. So
Because she's a gem.
Awkward.
Oh,
It's not awkward or anything. Now it's just all white. There we go. A little bit of grid on it, probably. All right. Well, that's
not important.
That's not important.
Wow, subtle.
We are.
Not important.
We are. Yeah.
We're back, guys.
We're back, and we're off to a really good start tonight, aren't we? This is kind of how Delvin Dash started last night too. Stumpy called it the completely wrong show in the recap. he introduced it as insight check.
Oh, that was hysterical.
Oh, really? Did he really?
He totally did.
Yeah.
He started off the
He put all
recap
voices
with,
in.
he's like, he got close to the mic and he started, last week on Insight Check.
Oh, Jamie.
Yeah, we were roughing it. But
A for effort.
Yeah, A for effort. I agree. So we're waiting on MG, so that's why we're kind of stalling a little bit. But anyway, we're going to kick back into the recap.
The weather.
Cruella, going after Cruella the Black. And they made their way into the Shadowfell, deep within a abandoned tower, a seeming abandoned tower, where they descended down. They had a couple quick encounters with some demon-like entities, and they went down a hallway that was completely covered with these amulets containing these teardrop-shaped gems, one that looks exactly like Diana's gem and Kella's gem. They made their way into the first section, and they ran into a 3-headed skeletal mage, which they were able to defeat and take the gem from one of the sculptures of women once Dorn had used greater restoration on her. brought her back.
Zoss, you have to stop.
Zos acting everything out as I say it. They entered another. Thanks for all the bits, guys. I think you're Zos. I think you're getting bits thrown at you from chat.
Yeah,
right
Zoss
now.
is definitely gonna get
So they made their way into another room. I believe you guys went to Umi's room. Was that correct?
Yes.
You went to Umi's room. And upon entering it, you found a vast and humid jungle-like setting with a large mountain with a cave in the side of it. As you went in within the mountain, you realized that inside the mountain it was completely hollow with a... I can't do this. I can't.
I'm crying.
Keep going. We need this every week. Keep going.
And as Ashlyn threw a rock into a large under-mountain lake, a green dragon's head started to pop out from the water, and Diana, just out of reflex, shot a fireball towards the dragon, unleashing its wrath against the party. And as combat ensued, that's where we ended last time. And first up, before we begin, I've got some battle music.
Before we begin, can we go through the part and have Zos reenact where Molfin actually attuned to the shroud?
Yes!
I want to see that.
And if you guys are wondering why Matthew/Molfin is currently wearing that thing on his head, Molfin did attune to the Shroud of Souls. So that's really what Molfin kind of looks like right now. As the fibers of this item, oh, this is going to be good. The fibers of this item yeah, exactly that.
That's exactly what it looked like.
That's exactly what happened. Wow.
Oh my god.
Zos, you win D&D tonight. You just win. you just win.
You get the nat 20 instantly.
Nat
That's it.
Oh, goodness.
Oh my god. Wait.
And I forgot to put it on the overlay, guys, but I think I remember Diana does have the nat 20
I think
this
so
week.
too.
So
Yeah,
she will
appropriate.
have the nat 20 for tonight, and she deserves it. So we are going to go ahead and play some good combat music here as we get back into our initiative order from last week. So let's see if this music is going to play correctly, and there we go. Battle music for everybody. And we're going to go ahead and begin with our initiative order. And everybody on Twitch can see the massive green dragon up there on the overlay.
Great.
Ashlyn, you were up
no.
first.
I'm falling.
You're following.
Because we lost the pixies, right?
You lost the pixies,
Yep.
yes.
Okay.
Callista lost concentration on them, so they vanished, thus vanishing the concentration on the fly spells.
Okay. So I don't know how far I'm falling. That's why I wrote reduce falling damage by 40. I don't know how far up we were in the air.
How far did you fly into the air? I cannot remember exactly how far you flew.
I went to the dragon.
Yeah, the dragon's 40 feet in the air.
Okay, so I was hitting the dragon.
Weren't you below the dragon? Because didn't it like move
I was
above
below
you?
the dragon, like punching up at it.
Yeah.
And then it moved over top of me a little more.
Yeah, I would probably say you're
maybe
probably
30?
about probably like 30. That would be accurate.
Okay. So then I fall 30, but I don't go in the water because I have the ring of water.
Yeah, and you are technically not over the water right now. You're about, I would say, 20 feet from the water's edge. So you actually can fall to the ground and be okay. And because
No, I
because
was
you're
on the water. I took detailed notes.
Oh, you were on the water?
And look, I even drew a triangle and a hypotenuse.
Oh, you did. Okay, well then your drawing is probably more accurate than mine then. So we'll go with yours.
I'm like 70 feet from the shoreline, and I'm like 30 feet from the dragon. So whatever that hypotenuse means, I don't know math.
All right, so you fall, but you're a monk, and you have the ring of
Yes.
water walking. So basically, you fall
Yes.
to your feet without harm, right onto the water.
Yeah. If you want to roll damage, I just reduce it by 40. I don't know.
I don't think that's gonna. That's not even come close to 40.
Okay, so
You reduce it by 40?
Yeah, 5 times my monk level.
That's amazing.
Damn.
That's incredible.
That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Falling is awesome. Next level I get to like walk on vertical surfaces or something. It's really ridiculous.
Nice.
So I
That's
guess
crazy.
the dragon's above me. I'm gonna. Lachlan's running towards the island.
He's,
But Diana's
he's swimming
on the
towards
other
the
shore.
island. Yes.
He's swimming towards the island.
Yeah.
How far away would I be if I'm like 70 feet from the shoreline? How far away am I from the island?
70 feet. The island was about probably 150 feet away from the shoreline.
Okay, so I could probably get there if I dash.
If you dash, yes, you can.
Okay, I'll dash into the island and see what happens.
You're dashing towards the island? Okay,
Yes.
so you guys are watching as Lachlan is swimming and trying really hard to go as fast as he can. You just watch as Ashlyn just goes right across the water, right by him, and is just booking it towards the island. Your dash is what, 100 feet?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're only 20 feet away from the island now, as you move that way. Great. That would end your turn?
Yes.
Okay. I need for, I believe based on my notes, who is standing closest to Diana right now, Ashlyn, by your notes? Is Anna?
I only have Diana, Lachlan, and me on this map, and the dragon.
Okay. Okay.
I think
Diana's 10 feet from the shore.
I am.
And
I,
Molfin, you were just off the shore because you had just were trying to sneak up kind of behind the dragon, I believe.
yes.
Is how you place that. So what I would like to see happen is I need for Molfin and for Diana to make a strength saving throw for me.
no!
Oh, I'm so great at those.
Dang, we're gonna crush this, bro.
14
That's
on
a
that.
14, so I definitely did not.
A 14 for Molfin and a 7 for Diana. So Molfin and Diana, all of a sudden, in about a 20 feet radius area on the ground where you guys are, the vines grow rapidly and start to wrap themselves around your legs. And they are gripping you and pulling you towards the ground and trying to just pull you down. This area now is considered difficult terrain in this 20-foot circle, and you guys are considered restrained right now until you can break yourself free.
Alrighty then.
And then it's the green dragon's turn. So it is going to roll a d6 to see if it gets its breath weapon back. Which it rolled a 6 and does.
That is not good.
So, seeing Ashlyn and Lachlan swimming towards its treasure hoard, it starts to flap its wings. And here's what I'm going to do. Callista, technically you're like, you didn't really make like a grapple check last time.
Right.
So you're kind of just like clawing at its tail right now. So I will give you 2 options here.
Okay.
It is going to move out of your threat range. You can basically fall 40 feet and take an opportunity attack against it. Or you can try to make a strength check to hold on. If you fail it, you will fall the 40 feet. But if you succeed, you will travel with the dragon. So it's, do you want to hold on to him or do you want to attack him? That's the question.
Let me check something.
Okay.
Because I don't have my stats up here. Oh wait, actually yes, I do have stats.
Did anyone else? Did Christy freeze for anyone else?
Yeah, she froze
she
for me
froze
on
for
the
me too.
camera
Oh.
too.
Yeah, hang on, I'm getting that fixed at the moment.
Gotcha. She looks very intent on what she's doing.
Okay.
Choices. All these
Here,
choices.
let me fix my.
There you are.
Does that work?
Yes.
Okay.
There you
There
are.
we go.
Okay.
Hey, girl,
Um,
hey.
Hey. Yeah, I'm gonna do a strength check.
Try. Hold on.
Oh yeah.
Okay, go ahead and make your strength check as the wings start to flap and the dragon starts to make this deep turn, slanting its wings and just gliding around the bend, headed towards Lachlan and Ashlyn.
I'm gonna use my DM's inspiration for advantage.
All right.
Just in case.
Yes, you may.
13.
13, unfortunately, is not enough to keep a hold as you start to slip off of the scales and you begin to fall. Now, you had the dragon above the water, correct, Ashlyn? Or correct, Sarah? Okay, so it's still going to hurt.
Dragon is like 70, not 70. He is like 40 feet
40?
above and 40 feet into the water. Like he's in like right off the shoreline. He isn't too far.
You're going to take, as you smack the water, Callista, you take 11 points of bludgeoning damage from the impact with the water, and you sink beneath the surface.
Just come out.
You just come out.
come out.
So you are now back in your normal Callista form from being a saber-toothed tiger. And you are just kind of starting to just sink into the surface of this water. The dragon makes its way towards Lachlan, who it can see. It's the first to run across Lachlan, seeing him splashing through the water. As he zooms ahead, he starts to he uses his entire movement to get down right by Lachlan, and is going to bite and claw at Lachlan as it comes down.
No.
So, let us see how Lachlan fares. As there's a bite and 2 claws coming at him. Matthew, you got his character sheet, right?
No, I don't.
You don't have access to it?
Nope.
Let me go ahead and give you access to it really quick so you can help me out with this.
Sure.
Since he said to go ahead and run him. Lachlan! Edit. Molfin, save changes.
Hey, I got a Lachlan Namfoodle in
You have a
here.
Lachlan in there? Alright. So here comes a bite as the dragon basically sinks its mouth down into the water and opens wide and is just trying to come up behind Lachlan and bite at his legs. The first bite, the bite attack is going to be a 17 to hit.
That'll hit. That meets it.
That meets it. And 2 swiping claws splash beside him at the water. Oh my goodness. That is a 28 to hit.
Oh.
And a 26 to hit.
Oh.
So all 3 will hit.
Oh boy. The bite attack does... Let's see how much we've got here.
Sounded like multiple dice. That's not good.
19 points of piercing damage to Lachlan.
Okay, reaction, uncanny dodge to half the damage.
Half the damage,
Good.
yes. So, as he's swimming, the dragon pulls up down, it's like swooping in. Ah! And he slides one leg out from the bite as it chomps down on his other. The first claw attack does 15 points of slashing damage, and then another 11 points of slashing damage for the second claw.
I should really carry around healing potions.
I hate this thing.
And lucky for you guys, that will end its turn. Use all of its movement, used all of its actions. Its turn is done. That brings us to Anastasius.
Fair warning to the party, Lachlan is swimming in a pool of blood. He's looking a little rough right now.
Yeah, he's about 40 feet from me. I'll go try to fish him.
Okay, I believe Dorn was pretty close to Anastasius, right?
Yes, Dorn was. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No, Warren is guarding what's-her-face in the other room.
No, that was
No,
Brock.
that's
Oh,
Brock.
Brock.
Yeah,
Okay,
Brock's
Dorn.
outside.
Sorry.
Dorn was
he's-
still afraid of the dragon, so Dorn kept on going backwards towards the entrance.
Okay, so he's gonna take Dorn and Dimension Door right to the statue.
All right.
And tell him to do his thing.
All right. So Anastasius makes this glowing purple portal and just drags Dorn into it. They vanish and they appear right next to the statue, standing on a mountain of coins and jewels. And immediately
And he tells Dorn to don't look at the dragon, focus on her, and he stands in front of his line of sight on the dragon.
he steps in front. Okay.
Okay.
Got you. Excellent. Callista. That brings us up to
He
you.
will also inspire Dorn, so possibly that could help him with his wisdom
Oh,
save.
yes. Diana, if you could keep track. Dorn is now inspired by Anastasius. Dorn feels a lot braver now.
Oh, I was inspired. God damn it, I could have used that. It's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, you can use it, yeah.
No, I forgot to use it for the
you forgot to use it for your
strength
strength
check.
check, yeah.
So it's okay. I
Okay,
used
you still
DM's
got it.
inspiration instead of Anastasia's inspiration.
You still got it.
Alright.
All right, so Callista, it is your turn. You are in the water, about 30 feet from the
Okay.
shore.
Okay, well, as my action, I'm going to moonbeam this dragon's face.
Moonbeam this dragon's face. Yes.
That's always good.
Don't.
That's gonna be Callista's official T-shirt. Moonbeam to the
Beam
face. Excellent.
That's
so
a DC 15, not 11. I don't know why it does
DC
that.
Mine
15
does that too.
con save. Ah, boy. That is a 26 on the con save.
So it takes half of the radiant damage.
Half of how much?
Half of
Half of
13.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And as my bonus action, I turn into a giant eagle and fly towards him.
All right. What's your flying
Or fly
speed
to-
as a giant eagle?
Let me just find that real quick.
It's kind of
My
cool. Like
speed is 80.
all of a sudden, these feathers burst out from Callista. These wings pop out of the back of her, and her face. You watch as it turns into this purple beak on the front, and it almost looks like for a split second you're like a duck or something, or maybe even a Canadian goose on the water. As you start to lift
I
off
take
from
away
the
your
water, and you just start to fly towards the dragon. The dragon has this glow that's just beaming down from the top of the hollowed out mountain above it. It's blinding it, and you can see it trying to move its head back and forth, trying to focus on Lachlan below. Nice round, Callista.
And I would like to. How far away is it from me from where I fell to where he moved?
You were 30 feet, probably only about 40 feet.
Okay,
if
well, I have
that-
80 feet of movement.
Sarah, does that
so
sound about
I'm
right?
She's about 40 feet away.
About 40 feet, yeah.
Okay, so I'll use half my movement to flank him versus Lachlan.
Okay, so you're above the dragon, Lachlan's below the dragon. That's kind of where
Yeah,
you're
I will
flanking.
flank
That's
in a
cool.
way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that.
Ooh, nice.
We've got a green dragon sandwich going on right here. That's weird.
Yeah.
All right, Callista's
This
turn.
is so mathematical.
Get out your protractor. All right, that brings us to Dorn, who is standing next to the sculpture now and is inspired, but still afraid of the dragon.
Okay, so he's standing next to the sculpture of the lady.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
You know what we gotta do? Greater restoration. What's poppin'?
So he pulls out this little satchel of the diamond dust that he has. He begins to sprinkle it, into the air around the statue, and you watch as he puts his hand down on the foot of the statue, and same thing occurs from last time. You watch as the flesh tones begin to slowly come back into the sculpture, and then this woman, this beautiful blonde-haired woman, falls down into Dorn's grasp.
Okay, go ahead.
She's unconscious but alive.
Okay. Dorn will I guess, book it. or Anastasius might dimension door them on the next turn, though. But then the dragon also has a turn.
Yeah, and if you would like to, once you get to the end of your turn, you can remake that check to see if he is afraid of the dragon again.
Oh, you're right. I mean, I feel like if Homeboy books it, Anastasius could just catch up to him and dimension door on the turn. Why stay in range of the dragon, you know?
The problem is you're completely surrounded by water.
Yeah.
So booking it is not going to take you very far.
You can take them to like the edge and kind of like get away from like a straight line.
Can I go to the edge of the water as far as I can get without being out of sight and then try to hide myself? Is that
Dorn
possible?
could hide, yeah.
Yeah, could Dorn hide himself?
He can make an attempt, yeah.
All right, what's that? What do I put that as?
Well, technically the Greater Restoration was Dorn's action. You have movement. I would allow you to make a stealth check as a bonus action, but I'm going to have him make it at disadvantage because technically he's not a rogue. And, you know, I would see him being... And he's frightened, so he's probably going to stumble around a little bit, probably make some mistakes through all this.
Yeah.
Because all he can think about is that dragon's going to eat me.
Yeah. If he hides, is he going to be able to make his frightened check, or is that going to like replace the?
No, you make his frightened check at the end of your turn.
Yeah, it's the end of your turn, regardless. Mm-hmm.
All right, so it's 14.
Yeah. He's hiding behind some stuff, you know. Anastasius Anastasius kind of looking over his shoulder, watching what he's doing, and yeah, well,
I guess
that's better than standing in the open.
And then it's a wisdom save.
Yeah, wisdom save.
Okay, I'll use Anastasius's inspiration.
Okay.
And how much was that?
I believe it's a D8. Just let me double check.
Yeah, I think it is a D8 for Anastasius. Oh, we got a Stumpy in chat tonight.
So
and
Diana,
Chris
you roll
Hansen.
another D8.
Welcome, Chris Hansen. Good to see you
It's a
again,
D8?
man.
Yep.
It's a D8.
It's a 4.
16 just makes it. He is no longer afraid of the dragon. So that bardic inspiration was definitely worth it for Dorn.
Yay! Go Dorn.
So as Dorn is hiding, he's just regathering himself. He gets a little bit of courage now as he sees this young woman that he just helped save. And Molfin, that brings us up to you. You've watched the dragon kind of swoop around, and is headed up over the water, attacking your wonderful family member, Lachlan.
So, Molfin's going to turn and look. And about how far away is this creature from me?
From the shoreline, probably about 70 feet from you.
Okay.
And a reminder, Matthew, Lachlan does have a potion.
Okay.
I bought him one.
And he also has a jumbo one, or did he give that to you?
He has a jumbo one, and I have a jumbo one.
Okay.
That's the one I bought him. That's why he gave me one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So as Molfin is looking over, Michael, there is no distance listed on this last ability. So I don't know if it's
for this
necessarily going to appear beside me or if this can appear off in the distance.
I would say the range is probably 60 feet for that.
Okay.
Anywhere within 60 feet of you.
So, as Molfin looks and watches this battle going on between Lachlan and the dragon, you watch as, once more, he reaches up and starts almost clawing at the wrap on his face. And then hands coming down, brimming with this darkish gray smoke, reaches forward and just seems to rip the fabric of reality.
What?
Reaches his hand into this little pocket and pulls out a small flickering orb and just releases it out. And as you watch, floating 30, 60 feet away from him, this orb rapidly expands into a dark, shimmering form, floating in midair.
Hopefully that doesn't hit
As
anyone.
Molfin points out and says, "Deal with that creature and keep him away from my great-grandson."
I believe you do roll. Do you roll initiative for that?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Molfin just summoned a wraith.
Ooh.
What?
Let's draw him on
Wowie, Bolton, wowie!
I don't even know what those are.
Oh, God. This is gonna be the end of the list, I swear to God.
Are they bad?
I should have made this bigger.
Are they like Death Eaters?
I guess, yeah.
Dementors?
Like Dementors, yeah. That would be a good.
Death Eaters.
If-
That's what I meant. Dementors, Death Eaters. I just got
Dementors are
Death
the wizards, Dementors are the spooky ghosts.
Kinda-
I read
You-
all the books.
what about
What's wrong with
if
you?
you've seen the Lord of the Rings movies, the ring wraiths,
Molfin the Death
Yeah.
Eater.
they kind of look like ring wraiths, maybe. You
Should
know.
look like Dementors.
Molfin now has the dark mark, you just can't see it underneath the shroud.
Yeah.
All right, so that's initiative 6.
Right here.
Whoa, I rolled a 6.
All right, initiative 6. So Molfin, that was your
Oh, no.
action. I believe you still have a bonus and a movement if you'd like to use it.
Yeah, as Is there anyone within 30 feet of me?
There's Diana.
I think Diana is because you guys are still trapped in that heavy vines.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yep.
And as Molfin is going to look around, and once more with a slight flourish of the hand, is going to Misty Step as a bonus action,
All right.
30 feet to the right, just enough to get out of that little bush thing.
Oh, easily enough. You appear outside of the heavy foliage.
Abandoned me.
And that ends Molfin.
All right. That ends Molfin's turn.
Yep.
And that actually brings us to Lachlan's turn.
He
Okay.
is 60 feet away from the shore.
And he's
and
got
60. He's in the middle between both shorelines.
the dragon like just right
Above
on
him.
top of him.
And he's 60 feet from either shore.
Yes, he's smack dab dead in the middle of the water.
But Lachlan
Not-
Lachlan would also know this, but may not be, it may be something that he would see, but the dragon is more so now focused on its hoard, seeing that there are people now on his treasure mound.
Okay. So, he is going to use an action to chug that, he's got 2 greater healing potions, so we're going to have him chug one of them.
Okay.
And then, bonus action, disengage, and start swimming toward, as it's looking at the shore.
Uh-huh.
Have him start swimming Ashland's over to the side of him, right?
Yeah, I'm like, he's directly under, I'm like 20 feet over.
So he's going to start swimming over towards Ashland in that direction.
Okay. Very good. He starts swimming away as he drinks a potion. You can see him. He's struggling a little bit. He's got one arm just still paddling while he's chugging down this potion. There's just nasty dark water around him where his wounds are just bleeding out. And he's moving away. That brings us to the Wraith's turn.
Real quick, how much is a greater potion?
Greater potion was it 44?
44 plus.
Plus not 4, right? I think it's higher than that. 44.
It's not in the thingamajiggy.
It's not in the DMG?
Well, no, it's not. My book's on the other side of the room, and I'm wired into that.
44 plus 4.
44 plus 4?
That's what it says.
Okay. 44 plus 4.
Okay.
As he chugs that down.
11.
11 hit points back. So that takes
It'll
off
help a little bit.
Yeah, it takes off one of those shots.
Okay.
Alright.
And that will bring us over to the Wraith.
The Wraith.
you said?
Yep, who's about 10 feet away from the dragon from where you summoned it.
Okay.
But
So
60 feet out.
this Wraith is going to fly, use its full movement. It can go 60
Mm-hmm.
to fly underneath it to replace where Lachlan was, looking up at it, and
Okay.
sort of pincer it again between the giant eagle.
Alright.
And is going to make a attack against it.
Alright.
And that is a 21 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay. Dragon needs to make a Constitution save,
Constitution save.
and I'm gonna burn a portent, so it's gonna roll an 11.
Oh, wow. Let me look at something here first. Reduces hit point maximum by damage equal to the one taken. Oh boy, do I want to take the chance on this, or do I want to burn the last one? I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it. Go ahead.
That is 16 necrotic damage.
16 necrotic. Okay.
And that
Oh my
will
goodness,
end
what
its
is that? He
turn.
has one more legendary action that we need to waste.
All right.
So that's minus 16 damage and then minus 16 off its total?
Off its hit point maximum, so even if it
That's crazy.
even if it tries to regain hit points, it can't regain its maximum amount.
Okay.
So it's the Wraith is draining its life from it.
Wow.
Awesome. So, is that the end of the Wraith's turn?
Yep.
All right, Diana, we're at initiative count 0 now. That's you.
No, right. There's one more person in front of me in initiative. Great. No. The thing going to roll a -1. No, I'm kidding.
Currently, you are still wrapped up by vines.
Okay. What? I'm restrained. Is that like a half a movement speed to break a restraint, or is that my action?
You would have to use your action to make a strength check to break out, basically. Because right now your speed is currently 0.
Okay. And who's nearest to me? Is Lachlan within 60 feet of me, or is he much further?
He's like 70 people.
Yeah, he's just out of 60 feet.
Nuts. All right.
And actually, he moved his whole movement too, so he'd probably be even a little bit farther, right?
Well, I put him on a diagonal.
Diagonal, gotcha.
So,
All right. Here comes a strength save.
on my map.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Let me see. I'm not thinking that's gonna be enough. And yeah, that's not gonna be enough to do it, Diana. You're pulling at your legs, trying to break free from these vines, but it's got a good grip on you.
Do I get a bonus action?
You do have a bonus action.
All right. Bonus action, 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 bonus action. I think I casted Sanctuary on somebody, because I'm missing a spell. I think that I cast Sanctuary on
I
somebody.
think you did. I think you cast it on Dorn.
Dorn, you did it on Dorn.
Oh. Keep that in mind. Okay, because I totally forgot about that. I was just looking at it again to see if I wanted to cast it again.
Is Sanctuary concentration?
No, Sanctuary is just, it exists.
Gotcha.
It be what it be. Because see, my bonus action was going to be Mass Healing Word, but everybody's out of range.
Diana
Everybody's
has
out of range,
Word and Sanctuary. So you have Sanctuary, Diana.
I could, but I don't want. Oh, Spiritual Weapon is a bonus action. I don't know what to do. I banked on myself breaking that hold. All right, Okay, I'm done.
That ends your turn.
I'm done. Yeah.
Okay. Top of the round, Ashlyn, you're still running towards the shore. You can see Anastasius and Dorn have made it there and have freed the woman from the stone.
Yeah, I'm gonna run 20 feet backwards to Lachlan. That's what I estimated it as.
Yep. Okay.
Like
20 feet?
Does that sound right?
That sounds right. Mm-hmm.
I should have made a bigger map. So, I'm gonna start hitting it. No, actually, let's see. Should I do this? Should I do the lightning strike? Or should I just hit it? Let's see.
If you go towards Lachlan, you won't be headed. The dragon's over the other way because Lachlan moved away from it.
Yeah, but he was heading towards me.
Right, he was going towards.
Oh yeah. Okay, gotcha.
Past him to get to the dragon.
So yeah, I'd have to pass him. So I'm gonna go towards the dragon and just start hitting it.
Okay, sounds good.
So I'm gonna hit it with 20.
Yes, that hits. My
Okay,
goodness.
with 14 bludgeoning
You
damage.
slam into the dragon. Nicely done. And you get a second attack, I believe.
Yes, 16.
16 does not break through its thick, scaly armor as you try to get through. But the first one, you can definitely tell you made a huge impact as you see a dark mark appear on the side of it when you slam into it with your staff. Right across
Alright, I'm
the
gonna
neck.
take flurry of blows with with 1 key point and make 2 unarmed strikes.
Okay.
So 20
That will hit, yes.
for 8 bludgeoning,
Nice.
and my other hit is gonna be 27
That hits as well.
for 9 bludgeoning.
My goodness. As Ashland runs up and just starts wailing on this dragon who is just gliding over the top of the water. You can
Actually, with the Staff of Thunder and Lightning, the second one, would that have hit because it's flanked by the Eagle and the Wraith?
Well, the Wraith and the Eagle are flanking, but since you're kind of standing in front of it, you'd have to have somebody
Okay.
behind it to give you flanking advantage on it.
Okay, gotcha. Just making sure. Okay, that's my turn.
All right. Excellent.
Now I'm gonna position myself in front of Lachlan, kind of move myself around so I'm in front of Lachlan.
Okay. So fog begins to emerge from the water all around where the dragon is located. I need for Ashlyn, Callista, and, well, I don't know if the Wraith would have to make this. And the Wraith, this would be a Wisdom saving throw. And it's a magical effect, so if you have anything against magic auras,
Oh wait.
you're an
what
elf, I
what
think
kind
you have
of magic?
advantage on it.
Yeah, what kind of
Um,
magic?
Charming magic.
Yes, I have. I don't think I can.
Yep, I have advantage, so yep.
Yep.
Hold on.
I just realized after I made that
Advantage on
that I didn't
currency.
teach you the Wraith is immune.
The Wraith is immune.
Immune to charm.
Immune to charmed. Okay, doesn't
I have
affect.
advantage on charmed. And
You have
Dang good
advantage?
thing too.
All right. Callista makes her save.
I do too because I've got.
Oh, you have
on
advantage.
charmed.
Oh, yeah. So you crit yours. I'm sorry, I didn't see your roll above there. Yeah. So you guys see this greenish, hazy fog start to rise out of the humid water, but the effects has no effect on you guys whatsoever.
Haha!
It's lightly obscured the area a bit, but nowhere to where you can't see a massive dragon in front of you. So that ends that layer action. We go to the dragon. The dragon is going to move away from all of you. So
It starts its turn, so it's gonna make another save.
it's going to make a save for the...
And do I get an attack of opportunity?
yeah, you will. It only rolled a 13 on its con save.
So it failed.
It will fail the moonbeam. Goodness
So
gracious.
it takes 16.
16 points.
Yeah!
Woo! As it's flying out through the moonbeam, you can see the moonbeam carve a line of just dark, burning energy just sears across the top of its scales.
I don't think
And
a 17 will hit.
you just barely graze one of the claws as you're trying to hit it, Ashlyn, but it seems to have just deflected all that. It doesn't do anything to him.
Bummer.
Does the Wraith and the Eagle get an attack?
The Wraith and the Eagle do both get attacks of opportunity if they like to take them.
Nice.
Yep.
And is it with advantage because we're still flanking?
Yes.
Oh, won't matter. That's only a 14.
Nope. It does not seem to. It's just out of the Wraith's grasp as the Wraith just tries to grab a hold of it and just misses.
That's a 20 hit.
A 20 hits. So the Eagle is going to make, I guess, a claw attack or a talon attack against him as she reaches down and claws across his back. So the moonbeam and the claws of the Eagle just searing the back of this dragon as it goes to move.
14.
14 points.
Magical.
Magical damage. That makes a difference. Nicely done. Yeah, so you're watching as this dragon's moving away, you're watching as more and more of its wounds are starting to open up. Scales are missing. Claw marks are visible. It's bleeding, dripping into the water as it starts to head towards its island. And it moves, and it's turning in a way that it's going to end up getting Anastasius and Dorn in its blast radius as it begins to breathe in and then unleashes its poisonous gas breath towards that direction. Now, I believe, I don't know if this is right, but I know Dorn has Sanctuary, but I think Sanctuary works if Dorn is the primary target, right? If it's an area of effect, I don't think it
any effect on area effects.
Yeah, I don't think it does anything for area effects. So Dorn is going to be within the radius, even though he's hiding. This gas just like engulfs almost the whole island as he just lets it go. So I need for Anastasius and Dorn to both make Constitution saving throws as the green gas emerges out of the dragon's mouth and completely engulfs everyone.
Can he use his DM's inspiration just in case?
He can use his DM's inspiration.
Okay.
Yes.
Ooh, Anastasius.
Oh, not enough.
I need to roll this in roll 20.
No! Just remember the Dorn's there, the Dorn can
Dice
heal
for him
you!
to count.
What's that?
Not good.
Slash roll. I think I did it right.
Oh my goodness!
Ouch!
Wait, did Dorn make it? Did Dorn make his save?
I need a calculator. Hang on.
Dorn was not successful. Neither was Anastasius. They both take 50.
Dorn's dead.
50.
Dorn's unconscious.
Dorn's unconscious.
Like unconscious or dead?
He has 27 hit points.
He's dead.
Dead.
That's instant death.
Ouch.
No, what's his high point total?
27.
27.
That's double his health. He's dead.
He's dead.
Oh no. Dorn's been dead before though.
Again.
So Dorn falls.
Molfin's got this, guys. Just let Molfin at him.
But Dorn, falling to the ground upon the treasure, drops the woman, and the woman falls into the treasure as well.
Do you have Death Ward on? Did you have Death Ward on Dorn?
Yes, you did.
You
did.
Did you Death Ward Dorn?
Yes, you did.
Yeah, she did.
One hit point.
So he has 1 hit point then? Is that the way it works?
No, it was on Dorn.
Yep. I think so.
I don't want to like ruin. I don't want to rain on anyone's parade. I'm pretty sure I was going to cast it on Dorn, and then he walked out of my range, and I didn't have the opportunity, so I just cast it on myself.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that is right. That's what happened. Yeah, she wanted to, but she couldn't. Yeah, so Dorn is lying on the other side of the island. How's Anastasius looking? Is he still standing?
He's hurt. He's still standing,
Okay.
but he's really hurt.
He's really hurt. He's hunched over, coughing. Some of this clouded poison gas is just coming out of his mouth as the dragon continues to fly towards the island. That ends the dragon's turn, and it is now Anastasius's go.
Okay, so he's... Yep. He's gonna get to Dorn. Well, before he gets to Dorn, can he quickly grab the gem from the woman?
Yes.
So he'll do that, get to Dorn, and dimension door to Diana.
Okay.
He just left the woman?
Curiosity, would the woman have had to make that save?
Yeah, she'd be dead.
She did, and I rolled it.
Oh.
Yeah, she's dead.
Is she dead?
She's dead. That's why he's not taking her. He's taking Dorn. He's taking the gem, grabbing Dorn, and bamfing it to Diana's side, and hoping that Diana can do something.
All right. Dimension door back to
That's all his high-level spells.
right, right beside the area of vines and just this high thicket area where Diana is basically submerged in all this stuff. She's just still tangled up in this mess. And he appears on the other shoreline. And that ends Anastasius's go and brings us to Callista.
Ooh, Callista's angry.
Yeah.
So, I slam the moonbeam into his face again.
Into his face! Constitution saving throw 14.
Fail!
Is a fail.
Hang on, let me grab that. Moonbeam. 18 damage.
18 damage. My goodness.
And I'm going to multi-attack because I can do that.
You're gonna fly towards the dragon and then multi-attack? Okay, yeah. You can fly
Yep.
right up to the dragon.
80 feet.
80 feet towards the dragon and just charging. It's weird. Ashlyn, as you're watching this happen, it's that... You guys remember that moment that Harshnag was transformed into an eagle and just charged at the blue dragon? You watch Callista in the same way, charging the green dragon. It's just that irony.
Does an 18 hit or no?
An 18 will not hit.
Okay, I'm going to use my inspiration from Anastasius to try and hit.
Okay.
Does a 20 hit?
20 hits. You
Okay, I'm going to roll the second one.
So that's your bite, and this will be your claw?
Yeah, so
Okay.
the claw won't hit, but the first one will.
Yes, the bites, you sink your beak into the side of this dragon.
Nine damage.
9 damage. Oh boy. You guys, it is looking like it's getting so many. It has wounds all over it. It's got these sear burn marks all over it. Darkened green scales from where the moonbeam is just frying its flesh. Doing quite a number on it. It's still up.
That is my turn.
All right. It is
Dorn.
Dorny. Well, he doesn't make a death saving throw because he is dead.
He's dead!
Oh no.
Dead.
He's dead. D-E-D. Dead. Molfin, you are up.
Diana, see it go down again?
Actually, you know what? Before Molfin goes, the dragon is going to expend one of its legendary actions to smack the giant eagle with its tail. Because it doesn't like that you bit it.
It's gonna hit me regardless. It's not hard to hit me.
19?
Oh yeah, that is.
Yeah, that does it? Okay. So yeah, the dragon smacks the giant eagle for biting it. And that deals... Ooh, that's a good roll. 21 points of bludgeoning damage to the eagles. It smacks across
I'm still
it.
up.
Rolled an 8 and a 7 on those dice. Phew. All right. That brings us to Molfin.
Okay, Molfin is, and we could see that Dorn went down, right?
Yes,
Dorn
you could
is right
see.
next
Yeah,
to you.
basically, you watch that whole island get just engulfed with this poisonous gas from the throat of the dragon.
Molphin Dorn's next to you because Anastasia's dimension doored back on the other shore.
Right, I just wanted to make sure that I understood what actually happened. Yeah.
Okay.
Diana can barely
Molphin's-
see out of the vines and thick foliage that she's trapped in, but she can see what's going on.
Molphin's going to look over at Diana real quick. Diana, can you save them both or just one of them?
I don't know if I can save either of them. Do we have my spell components? Do we have 3 diamonds?
I thought you only used one of them.
Yeah, I
Is
thought
that
you
not-
only-
I'm pretty
You
sure it
only
costs.
need- You only need one diamond.
Yeah, I think
Diamond.
you had one left, I believe, because you used it on Dorn before.
Yeah.
Oh, that's ironic.
So you can save one.
Whichever one's closest to me.
Well, he could only bring Dorn to you. He didn't bring Girl to you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Girl is still lying in the treasure pile.
Fine. So you see Molphin just give a curt nod into the robe, pulls out the wand, and aims the wand. I'm going to use my DM's inspiration as I make this attack against the green dragon with the wand of paralysis.
All right. All right.
Yes.
Inspiration with advantage. Wand of paralysis.
That's not gonna hit, I don't think.
Unfortunately, the wand misses its mark as the magical energy shoots. It almost hits its wing, and then the wing just moves down, and it flies right over top of it, Molphin.
Okay. And Molphin just sort of shakes his head and then looks back over at the Wraith and just say, do whatever you need to. End this.
Okay. And that ends your turn?
That's it.
All right.
Yep.
That brings us to Lachlan.
So Lachlan is, what, about 40 feet away from this thing at the moment?
Yes.
And it's right near the hoard.
Yes. It basically got itself close to the horde so it could just breathe its breath on anyone who was trying to take anything.
Okay. Let me just see here. Okay, Lachlan is looking for a way to get to that money, so he's got a little ways. About how far away is Lachlan from it?
He's about 50 feet from the shore right now.
Okay.
50 feet from the money, huh?
Mhm.
So he is going
If I'm
to-
keeping...
You're doing
That sounds
doing
right
great,
too.
Sarah. Thank you for doing it. Yeah. You're doing great.
He only gets one attack, right?
He does, yes.
And did we say, does he have... I'm showing he's got marked down magical arrows. Does he have magical arrows, or does he have...
He
magical
does. Those
bolts?
magical arrows that he has for the oath bow that he carries
Oh, yeah.
are deal extra, I think an extra D8 lightning damage. Mhm.
I don't know if he'd use one of those, so we're just going to have him take a shot with Kella's with his hand crossbow, as he's still a little out of range. That's a 16, so I don't think that's going to hit.
A 16 is not going to hit. So the hand crossbow takes a fire, and you can see he tried to arc it to hit the dragon, and it just started to fall and swoop down and just splash into the water below.
And he's going to start swimming sort of roundabout, trying to, as slow as he can to try to minimize impact, trying to get his way a little closer to the island and the money.
Yeah, he's only got half his movement swimming anyway, so it'd probably be only about 10 to 12 feet he can move around swimming the way he's doing it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That brings us to the Wraith.
Okay. The Wraith. Huh. And the eagle is still right next to the dragon, right?
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, so the Wraith is just going to do the same thing, come around, circle around to just pincer the dragon again to take another shot at it.
All right, sounds good. Wraith, hovering towards the dragon, reaches out to grab a hold and is going to hit
With a 26.
with a 26, a crit. Yes.
Wow.
I need to make
So that is another Constitution save for the dragon.
another Constitution save. It's a good thing that these usually are pretty good. That's a 24 to make that save. So
So it doesn't have its hit points reduced, but it still ends up taking 48 necrotic damage.
48 necrotic damage.
That's awesome.
You guys all watch as this dragon starts to shriek out. As part of it, you can watch as you can almost see part of this haze being pulled out from it as the Wraith is grabbing a hold, and you can see it's draining. It's similar to when Diana put her hand on the amulet a long time ago and was draining its life, and it's starting to shrivel. It doesn't look very good at all after this attack.
Oh, it's
Goodness gracious. It is still up, but it does not look good at all. It looks sick. It looks damaged. It looks hurt. It looks in pain. It looks enraged. Is that the end of the Wraith's turn?
That's the end of the Wraith's turn.
Diana, you're up. And it's looking like you're having a moral dilemma going on right now.
I mean, Dorn is right in front of me, isn't he?
Dorn is, well, he is outside of this foliage that you're trapped in right now. You're still trapped in that thicket.
Okay. I'm gonna just go ahead and use my nat 20 for my strength save.
All right. Awesome.
job.
Yeah, so you break free from the vines easily as you pull them away. You are now free to move. You're still in there, so it's going to take you about 10 feet of movement to get out of it because it's considered a difficult terrain.
Okay, I have 30 feet of movement, so that's fine. I want to go as fast as I can.
I apologize. There goes my green screen.
A baby!
Come here.
Hi,
There goes my green screen.
hi,
You want to say hi to everybody? You can say hi. You say hi.
No, I don't.
You don't want to say hi?
Oh.
Okay. You're supposed to be in there with mommy right now.
Oh, I can, Daddy.
No, I want to be with daddy. Okay. But, okay. We're in a big battle scene right now, though, son. Yeah, exactly. Okay. What was that?
I'm supposed to like this.
All right, Diana, you are free.
Yes. Okay. I would like to. I'll just run across the difficult terrain. It's only 10 feet of it, right? So that's like half my movement. So that's
Probably half your movement to get out of there, but you can still reach Dorn. It's just going to take all of your movement to get there.
I will use all of my movement to reach Dorn.
Okay, you do.
And I don't know if I have any bonus action healing spells. I think Mass Healing Word is a bonus action, but
Yeah.
No, I think Mass Healing Word is just your ability. Is that a channel ability?
actually, Mass Healing Word is a bonus action, but I don't know if all of you are within 60 feet of me.
Oh, okay, no. Dwarf,
Yeah.
Anesthesius, and Molphin are 16 feet within you.
Okay. I don't have any bonus actions for healing, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Okay. And so ends my turn. Because Revivify is action. Bye, baby!
Sorry about that, folks.
They're cute!
I'm still working on that lock on the studio door.
I want a baby! That's so cute!
I don't want a baby.
I want one! Where's my boyfriend? No, I'm kidding.
So you don't have any bonus action healing spells?
I really don't, and except for mass healing word, but I mean, I would use a 3rd level spell for 2 people, and then
Right.
wait to use Petrify for next round.
Okay.
So
Sounds good.
yeah.
That takes us to the top of the order with Ashlyn.
Alright, I'm gonna run to the island, and I'm only 30 feet away from it. So
Okay.
I'm gonna run up to the island and get in the dragon's stupid face.
Okay.
And do stunning strike if I can hit it.
Okay.
Let's see.
Oh my goodness. Oh, roll your damage because a 30 automatic.
Oh, one!
Wow.
Hey, Ashlyn, describe how you take down this dragon.
Yeah!
Woo!
Okay, so I start hitting it, and I'm like, this is for Diana and the women and Dawn and stop being such a stupid dragon face.
So as Ashlyn is just pummeling the dragon with the staff, you watch as the dragon just goes completely limp out from the air, splashes down into the water beside the island, motionless, and just starts to slowly sink below the surface of the water.
I could cry.
And ladies and gentlemen, you are all out of encounter. As
Holy shit!
Thing first, we run to door, we cast Revivify.
wow.
I go over and I fish Lachlan out of the water and I start dragging him
Yeah.
to shore.
Yeah,
Too.
he looks ripped up a little bit. He's in some pain. His
Yeah.
armor is torn. He's definitely taken some damage from this dragon.
Yeah.
But he is hands and knees shoveling whatever he can get his hands on off that
Yeah.
dragon. He's
Yeah.
ripping through it.
We
Just,
should investigate to see if there's a
Yeah,
big
I was gonna say,
giant.
can I help her with that? We're looking for diamonds to help Diana with Revivify.
Okay, yeah.
Well,
You guys can
quickly.
you guys can make the investigation check. Actually, Ashlyn, if you want to make it with advantage, since Callista's
Yeah.
helping you. Callista, are you still in the form
Can
of
I
an
cast
eagle?
Revivify?
Is Callista still in the form of an eagle, or did you drop your wild shape?
I would drop it if I'm helping her.
Okay.
Why don't I help you?
Well, what's your investigation? Because mine's not great.
-1.
Okay, I'll do it then.
All right. So you can make it with advantage.
Can I cast Revivify?
Yeah, you can do it. Yeah, is that what you're going to do?
Okay, we're gonna cast Revivify.
All right. So you hold on to that
Jessica.
diamond, and it starts to glow in your hand once more as you rest your hand on the forehead of Dorn. And as that diamond starts to glow, it starts to almost melt in your hand and just magically vanish from your hand. And you watch the glow go from this hand all the way through your body to your other hand as it rests shining on his face. And his eyes just pop open quickly with a deep breath. It happened again.
That's getting a little bit concerning. I'm starting to think maybe we should leave you at home next time.
I'm starting to think I should stay at home.
Yeah.
Starting to think so as well.
I'm-
I am so sorry for all of the trouble you have gotten into because of me.
it's-
We did kind of save him. Oh, I'm on the other shore.
yeah, you're on the other shore. Yeah, this is all happening on the other.
We did
but-
kind of save him from a hanging basket thing. He owed us.
He died then too, but it's okay.
Oh, never mind.
And then Vulcan almost killed him, but that's fine too.
I killed Vulcan, so it's okay.
That's true. We're avenging him. We're gonna avenge him 3 times. Zulkin, Dragon, and Cruella.
Yeah, you guys investigating around the hoard, you looking specifically for diamonds. You don't find any diamonds, but you do find 11 pretty large gems within this hoard. 8 of them appear to be very nice size and beautifully cut green emeralds. You also find 1 opal, one
Oh, I want opal.
one yellow sapphire, and one blue sapphire.
Okay.
And as you're moving around, you estimate this pile of money as you're moving around, most of it is gold and platinum.
Oh my god.
You estimate...
How much is Lachlan just shoveling into the bag?
Oh,
I
he's
take
just...
Lachlan and
I mean,
shake him
he's
upside
going to be
down.
shoveling a wow. This is a big pile of cash. We're
It's gonna
talking
go into
we're
the
talking
bag.
about 8,000 gold pieces and 1,100 platinum pieces.
What?
So basically, the platinum itself is about 11,000 gold pieces worth.
Okay, so yeah,
Okay.
he's hanging out there.
You also
Can I go
find,
hold him?
as you're digging around, you find a scroll tube made of carved of bone.
A scroll tube?
Yes.
You're not there.
Who found it, Lachlan or the other two?
The other two, Callista and Ashlyn, found it.
I will take that scroll.
No, Muffin. No, that's me.
No, no,
Don't
uh.
want
Today,
other
Muffin, not today.
You'll have two of us to deal with.
You're not at that level yet. You calm down.
I could cast it as a scroll.
And then you won't be able to learn it. You wanna do that? You wanna?
Want to take that chance? Oh no.
Funny.
I would like to cast water breathing on myself and whoever else wants to. I'm probably going to tell Lachlan this because I know he's probably going to want to do this.
Okay.
To go down and scavenge the dragon's body as best we can underneath the water.
Okay.
I can take
Alright.
off my ring and help. Would that help?
Lachlan just looks as he's shoveling gold and platinum into the bag. Just
Lachlan
like,
is just cashing in.
Okay, well then I'll leave Lachlan. I'll take.
He's shoveling it
Ashley.
into the bag of
Ashlyn's
holding,
probably
probably.
just like, whatever, just
I should probably give Lachlan the ring of water walking until we get back, and then he has to give back to
Okay.
me though.
Okay.
Sure.
He has to give it back to me, Lachlan.
I'll force him to. It's fine.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
with how
So
much
I
money
can
he's
clear
getting, I don't
faster
think
than-
it'll give you too much of a problem. And you are
Yeah.
with the snakes.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Um,
I can swim faster than him.
Dorn looks to Diana and just like almost in like a little bit of a panic. The girl. What of the girl? Did we?
Oh yeah, did we see the girl on the island?
Yeah, the girl's on the island. She's just lying there.
Did.
She's dead.
Make a medicine check.
Okay.
I mean, how dumb do you have to be to not be able to tell a dead girl?
I mean,
Well, if you're not really skilled with that sort of thing, I mean.
I am not.
Maybe this is a possibility. I'm just feeling it wrong.
Oh, there we go.
You may be able to bring her back, but you're really cutting it close.
okay, so is that? I'll try. I'll try to just heal her because I don't know if it's gonna work.
Okay.
Because I don't have revivify or anything.
I'm
But
gonna
I
I'm gonna
will-
tell you with that check, you would know that you would need to revive her.
Revivify.
You would need it
Yeah.
for
Do
this.
we need the girls alive?
Normal healing is not going to do the trick for this.
We'd know that'd be a wonderful mercy if they were.
I know, but
And it's a shame as you look down. She has a very I guess the best way I can describe it is very Asian look to herself.
Baby.
But with this beautiful long straight blonde hair.
Anime girl.
Her anime girl, yeah. She has pink
She's blonde.
these pink it's like a pink, very formal looking but old dress with just ribbons, pink ribbons attached in different areas from this pink dress. But she is definitely cold, not breathing, and motionless. as she's lying in this pile of platinum and gold coins that Lachlan is just moving around, shoveling into his bag of holding, not carrying one wink for anything else.
There's literally no way to save her because we don't have diamonds.
And that means that there's no way to save any of you if in the next battle any of us fall.
I'm gonna pick a ribbon and give one to Callista too, so we remember.
For the moment, I will just druid craft some vines and flowers around her body before I jump into the water with Ashlyn.
Okay.
So Dorn asked me, right?
I think this is probably a great time to take our break for the evening as we continue to wait for MG. I hope he's doing okay, and I hope he's on his way. I haven't saw any.
He is en route. Yes.
He's in with us.
No, he's en route.
Okay, he's en route. Gotcha.
Okay.
Good. So maybe by the time we're back from break, he'll be back with us. So I just wanted to say congratulations. You may take a level.
Yes! Okay.
So you guys are now level 9. Congratulations.
I just died. I get great restoration.
So
I don't even need the ring of water walking now.
Those of you that are hanging out with us on Twitch, we're probably going to take maybe a little bit of an extended break tonight, probably about 10 minutes, so that they can level up their characters and get their character sheets going. So you guys will notice that our character sheets that are on Twitch are going to still continue to say level 8 because I made the level 8 ones this week and just forgot that they were really close to leveling up, so I apologize. So our party at Storm King's Thunder now level 9, going into the second half of tonight's episode. So make sure you guys stick around. Hopefully when we get back, we'll have MG playing Lachlan again, because he does it a lot better than all of us do, because he's just amazing at that. So we will be back in just a few minutes with our new level 9 party here at Storm King's Thunder. So
I can move across vertical surface and liquids on my chest without falling.
So stick around. We'll be right back, guys. We'll be right back with you. Well, good evening and welcome back, everybody, to Storm King's Thunder, episode 61. We apologize for the little bit of a longer break this evening, but our adventurers they were busy leveling up to level 9, as they have nine as they have defeated the Green Dragon and are continuing on. And I believe I'm having another visitor who has run from my wife again. And you all get to view my wife wrangling my poor 2-year-old out of the studio. Oh boy. There it is.
I love it.
Twitch chat, you guys are getting just a little glimpse behind the curtain and behind the green screen. Now,
I love it. They're
got
so
a big
cute.
old crease in there. Let me fix that so it's not awkward. There we go. I apologize.
So cute. I want to be with Daddy.
Oh boy. So, our party has finished leveling up. Callista has submerged into the dark, murky water to, I believe, carve or take pieces of dragon.
Yep.
I believe that's what you wanted to do.
Scales, teeth, anything I can get.
Okay, go ahead and make a survival check for us.
With advantage because Ashlyn's helping.
Yes, with advantage.
Why am I skilled in Spire?
Nice. Yeah, so as you guys are working together, you get a significant amount of dragon scales. You get a lot of the teeth from this dragon. Some have already been knocked out by Ashlyn's pure force of smacking this thing to death with her quarterstaff. You get a few of its claws and fingers. I would say probably when it comes to pounds of dragon scales, you probably emerge with that roll probably somewhere maybe 40 pounds worth of scales. You think you may be able to use it to even make things, perhaps.
That's what I was counting on.
You get some of the leathery part of the dragon's wing as well.
Ooh.
So you get some of that too. As you, how long does your spell for water breathing last?
An hour.
Okay, yeah, probably.
I can cast it as much as I need to because it's a ritual.
It's a ritual. Okay, yeah.
Yep.
But then, if you wanted to do it a couple more times, it's scales wise, you're not sure how much more you're going to get because a lot of it has been burnt out by your moonbeam.
Yeah, it's fine.
as you basically, it's kind of like a child drawing on the ground with a magnifying glass on all these insects around. You were just burning like a trail, a line on this poor dragon as you fried it. Lachlan continues to bag up as much coinage as he can. And it's up to you, adventurers, what you would like to do from this point on. We continue.
I'm wrapping Dawn up in a shock blanket.
What was that, Diana?
I'm gonna wrap Dawn up in a shock blanket.
Oh yeah. Dorn is still recovering a bit from this most recent episode.
Yeah, and Anna's gonna do. I believe my Song of Rest is now a D8. Yeah, so he's gonna do a Song of Rest for everybody, so everyone can take a D8 for healing.
Right. Yeah.
Let me just roll that for you guys.
Yeah, technically this does constitute as a short rest. I know you guys did level up, but current hit points should stay the same during a level up. Your max can raise up, but
Okay, some thoughts.
yeah, but really right now there's no threats from what you can perceive. It's still very humid here, creepy. You see birds flying in and out of the holes in the side of the mountain. They rest upon palm trees and different trees inside this area, then will fly out occasionally. It's a really strange place.
as one of the birds is flying around, Wolf's just going to shoot a firebolt off at it.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
16.
You watch in the distance. And all these feathers just like fly out and start to slowly drift to the ground, and you watch as the corpse of what looks like a bird just rapidly spinning, kind of like hitting a duck in Duck Hunt. The dog pops up. I don't know, just a random firebolt just shot one of the birds from Mulfin.
I have a cue.
Okay.
So I just give everybody 6 points of healing. I don't know. Is that 2 from?
Oh, sorry.
Is that 2 from Anastasius?
That's 2 extra.
Yeah, 2 extra from Anastasius, and then he's just rolling his hit. I had the heal up.
2 and 6 makes 8.
Yeah, Anastasius is playing a soothing song. He's adding some interesting lyrics about the fall of this dragon and telling a heroic tale of you guys now in possession of a amulet that has a pink teardrop-shaped gem held within it.
Oh, interesting.
He would give that to Callista.
Okay.
I kind of look around at everybody and be like, should I break it?
Yes.
I'm dead.
Yeah, so I smashed the gem with the dagger, with Self and the dagger.
Puts it down, and I'm not even going to make you make an attack roll against it like I did before. You just take it down right above your head and bring the dagger down, and you watch as it shatters into these fine pieces. Much like it happened before, this vortex of shattered pieces just emerges around you and the entire party. Swishing everywhere, all around you, and then all of a sudden a burst of magical energy. And almost like these little shards of gem just freeze almost for the split second as you guys are standing there looking around at all these little pieces of gem just floating all around you. And then they all just, almost all at once, just fall to the ground around. It's lying there. The amulet now broken. The gem completely shattered. And when you look at the dagger, Callista, the pink gem and the name Umi have both disappeared from the dagger.
Okay. So how many are still left in the dagger?
There are 2 gems. Well, actually, no, there are 4 gems remaining because you never broken Diana's or Kella's. So there are 4 that still remain.
Fuck it, I'm gonna break Kellis.
You're gonna break Kella's? Okay.
Why not?
Much like the same. You shatter the gem, vortex, whoosh, magical energy bursting out. Red light from the gem just reflects off of the inside of this hollowed out mountain. All over the cavern you can see. It's kind of like when a swimming pool reflects its light out onto the wall. It's like a red version of that all around. And the magical energy dissipates. And there is no longer Kella or a red gem on the dagger. And at that point, Mulfin, you look next to you, and the Wraith is still chilling right there beside you going... Just standing, just not standing, it's floating. It's just kind of floating there. Doesn't really have any legs. It just ends in like this cloak that just disappears at the bottom. It looks at Mulfin, then looks at all of you.
Uncle Mulfin, your new friend is kind of creepy, and I don't like him, and he's scary. And what happened to your face again?
Mulfin, you gotta handle that.
I suppose I can have him go deal with the young woman on the island.
What do you mean?
Excuse you?
The dead body that you all left on the island.
Yeah, we're
Somehow
bringing
I
her
have a
with
feeling
us.
that dealing with the dead body doesn't mean, oh, we're gonna restore this beautiful young lady back to her perfect life.
Do
No,
you
she's
the
probably
ability
gonna have
to do that, Diana?
PTSD.
Pardon?
Do you have the ability to do that? I'd be more than happy to allow you to if you can.
I do have that ability. I've just run out of the components for this spell. And, well, actually I have another spell now that lets me bring her back to life, even though it's been 10 days. However, I can't do it right now.
That's why I said we bring her with us, because both me and Diana have the ability to attempt to bring her back up to 10 days later.
Let's do that. That
It's
seems
gonna be a very
nice.
costly spell.
But
Which
and I
one
don't
of
know
you
what
is
to
going
do.
to carry the body around?
I think she'll be okay at a place and time kind of thing.
What do you mean?
Like, she's not in her own element. Like, she'll wake up and be like, oh, where am I? When am I? Everyone's dead. Like the other girl. And she seemed pretty depressed, actually, about that fact.
Everyone I've ever known is dead.
That's
Nothing familiar.
also depressing.
Everyone I cared about is dead.
No matter... Wait, what? You don't care about
Well, the thing I'm thinking of is because the other girl is alive and alone. If we bring back Umi, at least that's someone she knows.
How do
Yeah.
we know that she knows Umi?
Because she said she knows Umi.
Okay. You don't care about anyone?
No, I was speaking about the young lady.
Okay. Because
I'm
if
gonna
you don't
just-
care about anyone, I'm gonna smack you upside the face. Like I did with Lachlan. So, yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna detect magic in this room, including the spell scroll that I found and anything else that we haven't noticed yet.
Okay. Yeah, as you move through this cavern, you definitely get a ping of magic from the spell scroll tube that you found.
What type of magic?
Good question.
Question.
Good question. Let me see. I think it might be something that you might be familiar with.
Oh shit.
Here we go. We're closer. We're closer. Closer. Here we go. Closer. Illusion magic is the ping that you're getting.
If I open it, is it a spell I'm familiar with?
You're gonna open it up and take a look.
Yeah, I wanna. Yeah.
During a short rest, I mean, with this short rest, you can take that time to look at it and see. It's actually a scroll of hallucinatory terrain.
Oh, that is something I can do.
It's a 4th level druid spell.
Yeah, that's exactly the one I can do. I already have that one. But I don't think Molfin can use this, do I?
You think you probably have more knowledge when it comes to this, but you're not 100% sure. You've seen Molfin do a bunch of things that surprise you.
Well, since I already know how to do the spell, like, yeah, it's basically like a free spell slot for me.
Yeah.
I'll ask Molfin if he thinks he could learn this.
Is the
I already
bone
know it.
anything worthwhile, like ivory or anything?
Pardon?
The spell scroll, is it made out of like the bone of ivory or anything?
Yeah,
Or is it
yeah,
like...
it's a nice, it looks like it's carved from some type of tusk.
Interesting.
Okay. So that might be worth something too, the spell scroll.
Yeah.
Let's ask Smolfin will say, yes, I believe I have the skills required to cast this enchantment.
Nice.
Can you learn it?
Yes.
Okay, well, here you go. I already have it, so.
Thank you, my dear. During our next rest, I shall endeavor to add it to my collection.
If you guys are curious, this is the one, because it's literally on my spell list.
Yeah.
I just haven't needed to use it yet.
Yeah.
It's one I nearly took for this level.
Really?
Yeah, I was thinking about it. I went a different direction, though.
Lachlan is currently wearing a crown, a golden crown, and he's
Of
holding
course he is.
a golden scepter in one hand.
Golden. Lachlan, put that in the bag. We're heading into the.
Just put Lachlan in the bag.
Yeah. Well, at least share.
Well,
Is it a tiara or a crown?
It's a crown.
Ah! If it was a tiara, I would totally try to swipe.
You should see me in a crowd.
Yeah.
So, adventurers.
okay.
I think we should. It's humid in here, and my armpits are starting to get smelly. We should probably go back to the other
Yeah.
room.
Yeah, so let's go back to Brock and...
Let us think of this logically first.
What's that?
What are you and Diana doing with the young lady? If you
We're
walk
not
in
making her
and your
endure.
friend sees her, the one other person she knows, being dragged around weekend at Bernie's style by two strange women.
Unless we put her in the bag holding?
Will her body decompose in there?
No, there's no air in
Well,
there.
the body's gonna decompose anywhere.
Okay, so maybe if it's like a vacuum, wouldn't she then like go like in outer space, like just puff up and expand and like become gross?
Well, it's not gonna matter when we reincarnate because she gets a brand new body.
Yeah, but she'll look ugly. I'm kidding.
She-
Never mind.
I will do what we did to the little one, oh my god, it's orange peel dad, and
Yeah.
wrap her entire body with vines and flowers so she's not as recognizable.
Okay.
I remember this.
Yeah.
Yes, you would.
It's not a good start.
Yes, the body of the woman is now wrapped in some natural-looking vines with flowers and blossoms coming up from it.
Oh, orange peel, the beginning of Dark Wolf.
So, let's go back. This should be fine.
Okay.
And if we explain it to her, maybe she can make the decision for us because she maybe knows her better than we do.
Oh, yes, like pulling the plug on my skirt. You give that to your next of kin.
So, yeah.
You guys move out of this area of the cavern back to the main area where you had left Brock and Avelina. When you arrive, Avelina is actually taking a nap. She is
Aw.
asleep when you
She needs
guys approach. Brock looks bored. He is leaning up against the well. He is moving his fingers, but as soon as you guys appear, you see him turn towards you rather rapidly. He's like, "Oh, you guys, something just weird just totally happened."
What?
When I was, I was standing here, and
Yeah.
I was just leaning up against this well, right? And
Yeah.
all of a sudden, just like a few minutes ago, I looked up at this well, and the whole top piece lowered down one level. Like, do you see it? You see how it's lower now?
Uh-huh.
Everybody go
Like
ahead.
it's-
Everybody make an intelligence check for me.
Oh no!
So good, these.
This might actually.
And then I was like standing there, and then all of a sudden, like it lowered another level.
Where's my intelligence?
poor
this-
Ashlyn.
The water is
So
like
you said
really,
intelligence, not history or
Yeah,
arcana?
just a flat out intelligence.
That was yikes.
Yeah.
Okay, so Anna got a 16, I got a 21.
Okay.
Oh,
Uh,
that's a save. Oh, sorry, I did a save by accident, but yeah. Should be
That's
less than
that's
that.
going to change my roll massively.
Yeah, no, it's not a save. It's minus. -3? -2? -2.
Okay. Basically, everybody but Ashlyn can put 2 and 2 together. When you guys walked into this room, this well, I described it as kind of looking like a wedding cake with layers as the water dripped
Yes.
down. Okay.
Mhm.
Well, it appears that since you guys have been here and since you've been fishing out these gems, the wedding cake is now half its size. It has lowered 3 levels. And the water seems to be flowing a little bit. You can hear it's a little bit louder because it's not trickling as much. It's not it's flowing a little bit faster from the top, and it's making
What are you guys looking at?
more of a rapid bubbling sound.
I'm gonna throw in a copper and wish for something. I wish we get out of here with all the girls intact and that crow doesn't kill us.
Excellent wish.
Yep.
Do we feel like this is an indication of power level, or do we feel like this is an indication of how soon she's going to be coming back?
Or is it an indication of this place is going to collapse in on us after we destroy the last gem?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're not 100% sure with those. Those are all legitimately good guesses. But from what you can gather, and you can put 2 and 2 together, that with each gem that's shattered, this well moves down a level.
Okay.
It could mean loss of power. It could mean cave-in. It could mean other things.
It could mean that there's a hole at the bottom of it with a phylactery in it.
Could be as well.
Good idea.
Okay.
Or it could
Is
be
it-
one of those strange boxes with a chopping hand.
It could be.
Jack in the Box?
Alright, we should rush.
Yeah.
Well, Callisto, where's our next
Pardon?
Where's our next target?
Who was the other girl she knew? She knew Umi, and what's the other girl she knew?
I believe, was it
Lucia?
Oreo or Lucia?
Oreo?
No, it was Oreo.
Oreo?
Yeah, so we would be going to Oreo next because it's the next person she knew. But we would need to rest. So, because I think Dorn can't do it unless we rest, right?
Well, we have it now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
I think
But
Dorn.
do you have
I think
supplies?
Dorn only has
And
one
Dorn-
more pouch left of diamond dust.
But anyone can use it if it's a component.
It's a component.
It's
yeah.
just whoever's casting the spell doesn't. Whoever has the spell slot available, it's fine. But we just need the component. But we only
Yeah.
have one left.
Yeah, any spell
And
that
we have
has
2
something that
bodies left.
requires like a money component, it has to be present. So your holy symbol or staff or whatever that you normally use to cast your spells will not work. It has to be the material component for those specific spells.
Right.
Mhm.
So I have a question, you guys. He has 1 more bag, and we have 2 more petrified gem holders.
Yep.
So do you guys want to crush my gem and then maybe, I don't know, go to a town, grab some more diamond dust and come back, or find a diamond and just mash it up, or...
Well, it's probably best
What?
to move on to the next room and see what
Yeah.
we can find there.
You're kind
Yeah.
of quiet, Morphin.
My apologies.
Oh.
It's the
Sorry,
it's
kinda hard to
it's the
hear you,
shroud.
can you-
It's
yeah.
the shroud. It makes his voice
Yeah.
quieter. Cool. So you guys are taking a long rest here? Is that what
Yeah, I think
I
we're-
presume?
Molfen was planning on just heading down to the next place, but
Heading out?
I mean,
I
I'm.
think Sorry, go ahead.
We could just do a short. How is everybody looking in terms of
I'm
spells and?
And
I
Matthew, if you wanted to, if Lachlan was taking his short rest, you'd probably expend hit dice.
I already did.
Gotcha. Yep.
He's back up at full health
Yep.
with the healing and the song rights and everything.
Great. Awesome. Thank
I'm
you.
up to full. I'm up to full Callista, but I have a decent amount of spells, but I don't have any of my most powerful spells. I have 1 4th level and like 0 3rd levels. I mean, I have no opportunities to cast my higher levels, which I don't know how to phrase this in an in-character way.
I only expended 2 rather minor magical abilities myself, and I was able to recuperate those during our brief rest earlier while you were looking at the scroll user
I've
guide.
heard now you have the shroud.
As
Shroud.
Diana says shroud, all of a sudden the wraith
Wow.
like just pops out from behind you, Molfen, and just goes. And you watch as it slowly begins to fade, because I believe it only lasts an hour. Is that correct?
1 hour, yeah.
So it just slowly begins to fade, and it dissipates, and it's no longer present as it looks
Oh, Mater,
just
can you teach that thing not to like creep
staring
up us?
Diana down as it disappears.
I don't like it.
No, get this thing on a leash.
Yeah.
It
That's
didn't
creepy.
do anything to you.
It's creepy. You're kind of
Maybe
creepy now,
it-
too.
It is one of
Your
the...
things are uncontrollable. It's like trying to tame a wolf, alright? Wolves are not puppies, wolves are not pets. That is a monster, and one day it is going to turn on you and all of us.
Unless they're really cute.
So-
What about Griffin?
Wolves are not pets, any more than griffins are.
Griffins can be domesticated. Thank
They're
you.
not pets, they're companions.
Exactly.
Do you know what a
No
rat is?
animal is a pet.
Yeah, this is a pet. This is Ferguson's or Southpark the Third and Jimmy.
No, your
Remember that?
companions, Ashlyn.
Okay.
That is a pet. Ashlyn has a pet. We have companions.
Companions.
You also have that Tressum, Ashlyn. Oh, I can awaken the Tressum!
Oh yeah, I got a trust.
Yep, you do have a tressum. Little kitty.
No, jeez.
I
Wings.
do. Stripes.
Stripes. That's it.
I can make you talk. I mean, I have at least one spell slot of every higher level.
Why don't we just rest? So everybody stops contemplating so much. Ooh, that's a big word.
Where did it go?
Where did it go?
Where did it come from?
It came out of Ashlyn's
Oh,
mouth and just flew away.
Uncle Molfin, I've been hanging around you.
I'm fine going forward, but if we need a rest, I'm fine with taking a rest.
I can do anything.
I suppose we can leave it to you and the group if they need rest. I know Lachlan is looking.
Okay, well then let's
Not the
let's
worst
rest.
for
Lachlan was hit pretty hard.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a little guy.
Suppose
we'll-
Pat him on the head since he's not here.
Long rest? Yes? No?
Yes.
Alright.
I'll take 2 watches.
Are you
Okay.
going,
Why
Molfen,
not?
are you going to use another
Yes.
tiny hut?
I suppose if the group would
Yes.
push it, it can be
Yes.
done.
I have a question. What's the point of the tiny hut? We have the dagger in the tiny hut. We're making a tiny hut with that little thing to pop out and kill us in. This is a slaughter hut.
Ritual tiny hut.
Alright. So you guys,
The inner walls, everything just dark black, like emo goth.
emo goth, dark black in the
Emo
inside.
goth tiny hut.
It's super hard to
God, you
see
gotta
in here.
shoot
It's
out.
like
Oh hardcore!
keep kicking each other. It's like nobody can see anything. It's like just, what is going on?
I keep lighting
That's just
torches
terrible.
and torches keep going right out because I'm in the tiny hut.
Yeah. Anytime you try to put a light on, it just natural light just disappears. It just automatically just dissipates. Something
That's
about
annoying.
being close to Molfen, real fire just doesn't stay lit. It just goes out. So you
What
guys,
if I do my magical hand? Fire. Does that stay lit?
it stays lit.
Okay.
Mhm. It doesn't seem to have any effect on your magical fire.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys all take your long rest. Those of you that are taking watches, nothing
Yeah, I'll take last
nothing
watch.
seems to happen. You don't see anyone approach or anything. It's just cold and dark and quiet.
Creepy.
Yeah, for this whole 8-hour long rest. And you regain your strength. You assume it's probably been, about that 8 hours, 6 to 8 hours as you rest up. and feel like you're ready to go at it. So you guys got another long rest.
Okay.
What carvers tools but not other workers?
Sometime during the night, I would have talked to Evelina
Okay.
about what we should do with Umi and how she feels she would feel if we were to bring her back.
At the notion of Uma being dead, Avelina she bursts into tears.
No.
Very difficult to talk to after that point. It's kind of like this inconsolable, just outpouring of emotion.
Anastasia uses calm emotions as he's on watch with me.
Anastasia does it again. Calms.
And
There's still tears, but calms are down.
yeah, I hold her hand. You can't lose hope yet. We still have 10 days from now to bring her back. But if we bring her back, there's a possibility she won't look like herself. She'll have every single memory that she's ever had.
She looks up towards you, and that is good. I'm just still trying.
But I figure because she is someone you know, that I should ask permission if that is okay for something me and Diana to attempt.
If it would help to save her, yes.
Okay.
We need to do whatever we can.
Then I just ask that you have patience and trust us that we will do whatever we can to bring her back. We still have time.
She wipes some tears away from her face, and she shakes her head, and
Don't lose hope.
It's hard. I've lost so much.
I know.
I don't know you. I don't know any of you, but you saved my life. And for that I do trust you, and I owe you my life.
You owe me nothing.
And she reaches out and grabs your hand and kind of puts her other hand on top of your hand, Callista. Like kind of clasping your hand between hers. Yes, I do. Thank you.
You're welcome.
She pulls your hand up to her side of her cheek and just kind of almost hugs your hand just a little bit and then lets it go.
Okay.
The rest of us have heard this conversation or no?
Callista was probably on watch during this with Anastasia, so Mulfin was probably sleeping with his shrouded face covered. While you snore, the shroud goes.
Just like the mustache used to.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
Just like Diana's about to.
Yeah. So Diana, Zoss pulls the blanket over.
I'm just role-playing Diana sleeping.
And right now, currently on Twitch, your head is behind Lachlan's, so it looks like you have Lachlan's hair.
I dig it. I'm not moving from the spot. I'm not going to move, but I will not move. I will sleep with Lachlan's hair on.
All right. Anybody else doing anything during their watch? Anything in particular that would happen? I'm sure probably Avelina would still. She's needing a lot of rest. So you notice that she took a few naps, while you guys were gone. Kind of she's recouping from obviously being a statue for many, many years.
As we wake up before we leave is Mulfin, assuming she's asleep at one point as we're all waking up in the morning. Mulfin's going to look at the group.
Mm-hmm.
One would assume that after being asleep for so many years, the last thing you would want to do is sleep.
feel
Who said
like
she was asleep? Maybe
I
she
feel
was
like-
silently screaming the entire time.
there is also a possibility of her being like in a dreamlike state, so she might not even realize she was sleeping or unconscious. Going based off what Chloe knows about Noah, metagaming a little bit.
Sure, I suppose.
I'm sure it
We're
was
heading
not.
down this next path.
Yes, we are going to
Oriel.
Oriel.
So
If I can
you
take a few moments and try to consult with my stones here to see if there are any omens for our approach.
okay?
Like what? What does that mean?
Well, it's basically I can reach out and, utilizing this, attempt to see if there is good or bad
I want to say bad.
in our future.
I want to say immediately bad. Trying to go through these wars, something bad happens.
All the more reason to be aware of it should it happen.
No, I'm gonna tell you it's bad. I don't think you need like divine intervention, if that's what Diana calls it. I think it's just gonna be bad.
So Molten, are you casting a spell here?
Oh, you need Jesus.
Who's this Jesus?
Yeah, like
Who
don't
is
make
he?
me-
Terminator.
Yeah, Terminator.
Terminator. Cars 2. Oh my god.
Victoria, I didn't even know that my Mountain Dew was blending in with the green screen. So it probably doesn't even, you can probably only see the red letters when I pick it up. I'm holding it here for a minute just to see what happens because I'm curious now that she mentioned something about it. Oh yeah, it's completely invisible into the background.
Well, except for the silver. You can see the
Yeah,
silver.
you can
and the
see the
red.
silver, the red, yeah. Cool. Thanks for pointing that out, Victoria. Okay,
You're magical
are you
too.
casting a spell, Molfen? Are you casting
So
something?
it seems that the group does not want it done, so
Okay.
Molten's just
No,
going
just
to...
me. I'm not the
Molfen,
group.
as you start to move towards the doorway, you get weak in the knees all of a sudden. And it's almost like you get a little bit of a headache. And the rest of you notice Molfen just kind of collapses to the ground,
Uncle
He's-
Morgan.
unconscious. And Molfen, you find yourself surrounded by darkness. But you feel like you're standing there. And all of a sudden,
Uncle,
you see a figure start to walk towards you.
I begin CPR.
Then all of a sudden you wake up and Ashlyn is there just pounding on your chest. You see a figure walking toward you about 8 foot tall. Humanoid, wearing a long cloak. Very tall collar sticking up. Slender face comes down into a black beard. The flesh, as it begins to walk closer to you, is red. And it has 2 horns protruding from dark black hair that runs down the length back into a ponytail behind his head. And he looks right towards you, Molfen, still clad in this silhouetted type form, as there's a mystical light that just barely shines from behind. And he looks at you and he says, "You look good, Molfen." And he just smiles.
I'm feeling quite well this morning.
Do you see the kind of power that comes with the choices that you have made?
Oh, yes, that last little bit, well, yesterday, whenever it was. managing to rip that being back and having it so was definitely something that aided in our endeavor.
Muffin, that's just the beginning. That feeling you had yesterday, that same feeling, imagine it exaggerated to infinity. You could do so much more. And I can't wait to see you do it. But there is another matter that's been brought to my attention. It might help you even further.
I am intrigued by this.
So, I have discovered some information brought to me by some of my associates. Apparently, there is another artifact that may aid us in our future endeavors.
And where is this artifact located?
Apparently, it is the property of the Storm King Hecaton. It's called the Worm Skull Throne. But there is one problem.
I would assume possibly the size of the bloody thing of the giant's throne.
That's part of it. But I'm looking farther into the future, Muffin. You see, as owner and bearer of the shroud, you have chosen your fate. For there are 2 more pieces to complete your transformation. The hand and the eye of Vecna. You see, Muffin, there's no turning back now. Now, this problem I think can be solved. Something simple. We need another willing participant. I've had my eye on Callista. She could benefit greatly from the powers of this Worm Skull Throne. And if our plans come into fruition, which I know they will, because I orchestrated them all, I will have my own minions serving under me as Modius, as the Demon Prince of Undeath, and the new Raven Queen, seated upon the Worm Skull Throne, deep within the reaches of the Shadowfell. Just think, Muffin. The souls that travel through the Shadowfell will now belong to me. And you will have your foothold in the abyss as one of mine. Just think of what could happen with that, Muffin. Finally, the control that we've been seeking from all the depths of hell. Even the Celeste, even the...
Black-clad.
Yes, the revenge that you seek. It all makes sense, Muffin. It all fits. It's all orchestrated.
Muffin will
the
turn with
leader
a
of
very
hell.
pointed look. Almost if one had orchestrated it as such.
It's all happening, Muffin. It is all coming true. It's exactly as I foreseen it. And the Celestials, they will thank me for this. Because the chaos of the abyss start to crumble. And with the power of the souls from the Shadowfell, there will be no stopping the armies of devils that flood into the abyss and take over each and every demon prince there is.
Uh-oh.
There's no stopping it, Muffin. We have it in our clutches.
So I know where the throne can be found, but you mentioned the hand and eye. Where am I to locate those?
You have one in your midst that knows where it is. And I think if you continue your journey a little farther, I bet you that Cruella the Black knows something about that eye.
Yes, we have plans to deal with her, hopefully in the very immediate future.
Lesser of two evils in chat. Yes.
I mean, am I wrong? It's literally double twist of demons. You literally choose to be the lesser of two evils.
Which side are you picking? That's the thing. Whose side are you on? And then he looks at you, Muffin. He's like, I'm proud of you, Muffin.
No.
And
It's a pleasure.
you know, I had this plan for quite some time. I didn't know who would bring it to fruition, but I'm so glad you opened that door in Nightstone. Because it opened a door to so much more.
I'll just look down at his hand for a minute, remembering pulling that soul back through to create the wraith. Yes, it is definitely opened many doors. It seems like it should be opening some more in the near future.
Oh, and it will. It will. Keep your party members close. But be forewarned. This challenge is not for the faint of heart.
Lachlan may find himself running then, but I think he will stay with me through this.
It seems that your friends are worried about you. And at that point in time, you open your eyes and Ashlyn is coming at you like she's going to give you mouth to mouth. right above you.
How are you going to mouth to mouth? You can't see his mouth.
There's a slit. There's a small slit. You can keep like ah.
Ashton, what are you doing leaning over me? What happened?
You passed out.
Oh.
Ashley, you're muted.
You.
You're so ungrateful. You're trying to help you.
You're so ungrateful.
Is it the age, Muffin? Is it, you just get suddenly faint?
Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
Can
What
I?
happened?
Just at a moment, I found nothing but darkness.
Can I insight check him to see if he's trying to hide?
Yeah, Diana, you're not really sure. He
I'm
did.
there
Yeah,
to check.
I mean, he legitimately fainted, from what you can tell with your
Well, why
medicine
would
check.
the inside check his fainting? Like,
I wanted to see if I could tell that it was caused by something like, does he have like other symptoms like, oh, like paleness of face, sleepiness, like maybe
You can't escape Callista's insight, Wolfen. You just can't.
Yeah, Muffin has that same little twitch that he does whenever he's lying to you. He just can't seem to quite deceive you, Callista.
well, as long as you're okay, and go through the next door, it's gonna be bad, like I said.
Diana,
It's hard.
Diana, you couldn't really tell if any paler. It's hard to see through the shroud. Like, you can't really. The shroud hides a lot of that now, so it's really hard to see.
so.
Just difficult.
So if I wanted to be like, oh, it's because of the shroud, I would have to just assume, and I wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
It's,
a low blood pressure happening.
Yeah, maybe it's tightening around his brain or something.
squeezing his head. It's-
Yeah.
We haven't eaten.
Maybe, yeah.
So I'm good. Nothing more.
I would recall that Dorn did tell me that the last person who wore the shroud went insane and tried to murder a bunch of people.
Well,
That's in the back of my brain.
yeah.
I don't share that, but that's what I'm thinking of when I look at Molfin after he's
wait,
just
you don't share that with, like, anyone?
It's not
Because
good.
that's something Dorn told her in confidence.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they kind of had their
Well-
own, like, private conversation with that. And
I can't tell a man's family that he's gonna snap and try to kill them and cut off their left hands, you know?
Well.
So
Crap.
that's a private thing that Diana's got in her brain, but she's looking at Molfin like, buddy, you're not.
Okay?
Yes, I'll be fine.
Alright,
Molfin.
let's go
I
through the
may have
door.
found her. I may have stumbled upon something, but it's not for now.
I'm going to put my hand on his shoulder and whisper in his ear so the others don't hear. You're gonna tell me later. Because I know you're hiding something. Again.
I'm gonna look on the floor for something he could have stumbled upon.
But I'm here. You're not alone.
Molten is going to turn to Callista. And picture and just sort of start to reach up and then pull his hand back down.
And actually, Callista, when you put your hand on Molfin's shoulder,
Mhm.
you actually felt some type of warm, tingling sensation all over your body. Not sure why.
Sexual.
Not that sort of warm, tingling sensation.
Need a sexual healing.
Exactly that.
It's been that kind of night. We've broken the game.
You made me blush!
Molfen looks up.
Callista's not this sexy! This is so cold, okay? Oh, jeez.
Molfen looks up at Callista and says, "We will talk about it. Because I have found a way for you and me to save Moby. No quiet, no nothing, just room volume voice."
Did we hear it?
Yeah.
Callista just nods, very like affirmation, like good. Let's deal with this first. Like I said,
As I said, not for now, but
we have a lot of table conversations we can deal with later.
Add this one to the list.
Excellent.
Add this one to the list.
Put it on your list, Callista.
Yeah.
Callista, can I schedule a meeting with you for a table conversation? You don't know the topic
You
yet,
all get a
so-
table conversation. You all have one.
I don't want one. You can have mine.
Not how it
You
works,
can have
Ashlyn.
Ashlyn's, and you can have mine.
Ashlyn is calling to cancel her appointment.
You don't
Take me
talk
off
to
the
me about
list.
anything. It's I'm fine. I'm fine.
Fantastic. So you
As
guys,
we go into this, the best weapon to use against an enemy is another enemy.
I'm gonna take out Zulkin's dagger and approach the second to last door.
all right, you turn the dagger, and the same thing happens as the stone door rises about 20 feet up, revealing a rocky pathway. And on either side, there is water. The room is more tunnel-like than a larger cavern, but the water seems to move out from the left and the right of you from this rocky path, probably about 30 feet out on each side. And ahead of you, you see what looks to be some type of well, but the top of it is closed. And behind the well looks like an old merfolk. Blue skin, big, like almost like a fin sticking out of the top of his head that rides down. He's got some type of beard that sends down to probably his stomach. He's currently with some type of tool, like carving some barnacles and starfish off of the side of this wet rock back in the back where the chamber just ends. Just looks like wet rock wall in the back. He's just carving these barnacles off, and he takes them off, tosses them down to the ground. Just looks like he's cleaning these things off of the wall.
Should we be stealthy about this, or should we go like, hey?
Are we out? And this is we can see from the
He
door.
actually looked towards you as the door opened,
Oh,
and then turned away and
Okay.
continued his work.
alright.
I wouldn't disrupt him. I have learned my lesson.
You're real muffled, Zos. Is there a way that you can... your microphone is just really muffled.
Yeah, well, that's because it was underneath that pillow.
Yeah, that's better.
That is better.
It is one around here like this, and I just got another
Sexual feelings.
Before we go in, are there like small rocks or pebbles or anything around?
Oh, the whole pathway in front of you is made out of... it looks like it's piled up pebbles. Like it's just this pile of pebbles that sticks out from this pool of water. It's almost like if you took a pond and piled up a bunch of pebbles in the middle to make a path. That's what it looks like. It looks like it was a water feature that has a path built into the center of it. Of these small stones. All wet. All covered in water.
Well, Anastasius is going to animate 8 of them.
8 of them?
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Okay.
Let me just double check.
I think it's either 8 or 10 if they're small enough.
Yeah, 10.
Okay, 10.
So 10.
10 of the stones?
10.
Yeah. They begin to move. Does he just have full control over them? Or do they just...
Yep.
Okay. So describe this for us. Are they kind of like hovering? Would they
They
roll?
kind of like they kind of like sprout like hands and feet.
Oh, so they actually turned into like a little human rocks.
They like pretty much are like able to walk and like are able to move around, but they're just got the body of whatever the object is.
Yeah, so Molfin,
Sorcerer's
you almost seem like you're having your hallucinations again, or you drank too much, as you see 10 stones sprout legs and little arms and hands, and start just like marching around on the path in front of you.
What are they doing? Why are they? Why are they what?
Sorry, I'm just reading the spell to make sure I've gotten all this right.
Okay.
While this is happening, I'm just gonna walk up to the merfolk dude.
Okay. Just walking across the
Yeah,
path.
he can mentally command them to do whatever he wants.
Okay.
So yeah, they're just gonna follow behind him like a little parade.
Okay. Excellent. So you guys walk up. In order to get to him, you walk past the well, Ashlyn, and
Okay.
you notice at the top of the well there is it's basically a rock well that sticks out from this stony surface, and it's round, and you can see that there is a platform on top of it with many carvings and crustaceans and starfish kind of attached to it in an elaborate design. It's almost like it's its own living design on the top. And there is a triangle form on it. And I'm going to take you guys over to a new map and roll 20 so you can see what the triangle form looks like.
I would like to also ask Callista to locate object on the gem in this room.
Okay. Yeah. So as you do that, it is below you.
Below me.
Below you.
Is it in?
Quite.
Does it seem like it's coming down below the well?
Yes.
Okay.
And this is what you see, Ashlyn. You see at the top circle, there is a blue sapphire inlaid in the top section. There is a red ruby on the bottom right, and there is a, I believe this is called a, let me double check, an amethyst in the bottom left. And there is a diamond-shaped solid black gem in the center.
Okay.
And above it, you see, like all around it, curved and circular, is a language. Does anyone understand Aquan?
Not this. I don't think my character does. My other character does.
Okay.
Not this level.
Let me just double check. No,
It's
it's fine.
All related to Elven. Wait, hang on.
No, it's like primordial, but
Yeah, it's if you have primordial, I would
speak primordial.
if you have primordial, I would say you would probably understand what it says.
Just go blub blub
Okay?
blub blub blub.
So
And not only that is,
Bloop,
I want to see it. Oh,
bloop, bloop,
let's ensure that I know what I'm doing.
okay.
bloop, bloop.
Molfin
Yes,
using
comprehend
comprehend
languages.
languages. Okay, cool. You can read it and you can tell exactly what it says. It says this. It says, 3 blessed sapphire protects thy flesh against the Lothaliel's wrath.
This doesn't sound good.
3 blessed sapphire.
And as you're standing there, and Ashlyn's approaching the merfolk, and he sees you standing by the well, he slowly just starts to... Very old, he's making his way towards you. Kind of sliding. He doesn't have any legs, so he's kind of sliding across the rock with his fin just kind of hanging there. And he reaches for a bag that was just sitting next to him as he was working, and he produces this, what looks like some kind of rod or scepter. And there is a clear crystal ball type thing clasped within a hand that has webbing in between the hands as he comes over to you. And he looks right at you, Molfin, and looks down at the well, looks back up at you, and holds out the scepter. And then he takes the scepter and he takes his finger and touches the top orb. And the clear part of the orb changes to blue. And this blue light shines from the top of the orb. Then he takes his hand again and reaches up slowly, taps it again, and it glows purple. And then he gestures towards you, looks down at the circle, and holds it with 2 hands out towards you.
Molfin reaches forward, somewhat uncertainly, as if to reach for the haft of the scepter.
Okay. He just lets you take it. And he looks back down at the gems. Looks back up at you. Looks at Ashlyn. Looks at the whole group of you. He looks very old. Very tired. Slinks back. Looks like he's slinking back away to head towards the water, but he just splashes himself with some of the water as it drips and falls down his face and off his beard. He slowly makes his way back, picks up the tools that he's been using, continues to clean the wall.
Well, he's creepy.
Aquan Molfen will call over to him. 3 blessed sapphires.
So it changed to purple and blue, not red.
Molfen will reach out like the guy did and tap the top of it.
Okay. You tap the top of it, and it changes to clear.
Mm.
Says 3 blessed sapphires to avoid.
Protect against both of your draft.
Yeah. Tap it once more to turn it blue again.
Are you purposely trying to turn it blue?
Yeah.
You turn it blue.
Oh.
Molfen walks over to the amethyst. Turn blue.
Okay. Are you tapping it with your hand?
Yes.
Okay, when you tap it with your hand, try to tell it to turn blue. Nothing happens.
With the scepter. Same thing.
Okay. You tap the purple gem with the blue rod. And it changes colors. It changes to clear. Let me go ahead and change it on here for you so you guys can see.
Oh man, that's a puzzle.
Oh man, it's a puzzle.
Oh man, a puzzle. What's Michael doing? Why does he do this to me?
Can I hit it?
No, wait a minute. Let him try to
I
do
have
it.
figured it out to a degree. So I know how to make the clear one now blue.
But can you make the blue one now clear?
I do not know what to do about the red.
Make the red one clear.
There is no red on the scepter.
Think of red and touch the scepter. I think of red when I touch the scepter.
And the scepter turns red.
Wait.
Oh,
So intelligent, Ashley!
Ashlyn's starting doing cartwheels around the room.
Yes! Well, I was wrong, and this is not immediately bad, except for you fainting in the hallway. But, I have a feeling it's gonna turn bad.
Molfen takes the red scepter and taps the clear gem.
Taps the clear.
Yep.
Let me double check.
Why don't you think of it as blue and make them all blue?
I have to figure out which.
As you touch the clear gem changes to red.
Bollocks.
And then, also, see if I can get these in the right spot. Wretched commands. The red gem beside it,
Yes.
on the other side, changes to clear.
What about purple? Do we need purple anymore?
And the blue gem at the
Oh
top
no. Changes to pink?
changes. The blue gem changes also to red.
Well,
Okay, so we do not like red.
So that is the current state of what this looks like.
Callisto, any ideas?
I see you tap it blue, and you make them all blue. And we have protection against Lothalier's wrath.
Part of me wants to say just send the beast here and let's be done with it. We talked
No.
with the dragon, we can deal with whatever that is, but...
We don't know what that is.
I have a feeling it's tentacly.
So the small octopi that you can buy in certain restaurants.
Not like a big octopi that like will swallow us whole, but close. Okay, I touched the top and make it blue. Think of blue.
Actually, Ashlyn, if did you do it? Did you touch it?
Yes.
Okay, when Ashlyn touches it, it changes to blue in your hand, Molfin.
Morphin will walk over to the clear orb and tap it with the blue.
All right, the clear orb changes to blue.
I'm a genius. I don't like to brag, but like I have these really good ideas sometimes.
Morphin's gonna walk over to a red, follow an Ashton's lead, and tap it with the blue.
The red and tap it with a blue.
Yep.
Purple.
Okay.
Or to Ashton.
Is this an RPG thing?
When you tap the blue gem to the red gem, or the blue orb to the red gem, nothing seems to happen.
Okay. So we have to find a way
Make
to
them
use
clear.
clear first.
I got such high wisdom, guys. I can see for days.
Shall we try turning the red ones clear, or shall we try it with the purple?
Try the purple.
Purple? Purple.
Purple to the red.
Yeah.
Okay. So you take the purple top, touch it to a red gem. Top or bottom left?
Bottom.
Bottom. Changes the gem to purple.
I have a feeling this is where we started.
Okay, what did we tap to the purple gem to make it clear? It was blue, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so Morphin's gonna go up to the top gem, tap it again, hoping to turn that red one purple as well.
And it does so. The top gem changes purple.
Okay. Tap the blue, tap the top purple with the blue.
Purple with the blue.
Yep.
Changes it to clear.
And then clear with the blue.
Clear with the blue.
Yep.
The bottom.
So no, just doing the clear with the blue that you did up top
Yep.
to turn the top one blue.
Yep. It does change blue.
And then same thing on the
Same
bottom.
thing.
Same thing.
Yep.
Blue.
So you're tapping it.
Ashlyn's a genius.
And as all three gems turn blue, you notice the gem in the center also turns blue.
Like the Triforce.
And the well begins to open.
Can't be bad at all.
And it crashes down to the side. With a heavy, forceful, just shakes the room a little bit. You're looking in the well.
No, I'm looking at the merman. What's his reaction?
He continues to just clean the barnacles and things off the wall. He looks over as it slams on. It doesn't seem to change his expression much.
Okay.
Shakes his head a few times and then continues to work.
Okay, that's a good signal. That's an okay to go from the merman.
Wolfen pockets the scepter.
Okay. Molfin pockets
Of course he
something.
does.
Yeah, so the well is open.
I look in the well.
All you see is the top of water. And it looks like it descends.
cast water breathing as a ritual.
Okay, does that affect you only, or
Everybody.
Okay, affects
It's
everybody.
like 10 people.
Okay, for how long does
big
it
is the
last?
well?
1 hour.
Probably 2 of you could swim side by side.
Oh no, 24 hours. 24 hours.
24 hours.
Wow.
Nice. Make sure you take note of that for me, Christy. So we
Okay.
don't forget that, because we're almost,
Yep.
it's almost time up for the night. So yeah, as you take 10 minutes, during this 10-minute ritual, Molfin, you feel a tap on your shoulder, and it's the merfolk. And he's standing there, and he holds out his hand. he grabs the scepter, and he bows to you, Molfin. And then he slowly comes towards you, and he gives you a hug.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
And then he slowly backs away, splashes some more water on himself, and then goes back to work, cleaning.
Why did Morph get all the attention? I go up and I hug the merfolk.
He hugs you back.
Oh!
It's kind of slimy. He's wet.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Wolfen leans over to Lachlan and very quietly and gnomish. I'll find myself in the mood for sushi.
It's like, easy, Gramps. Come on. We got a job to do here. Stay focused.
As he tries crying in the goes up the top. That was pretty good.
Maybe we'll find some more treasure.
I
Almost certain.
step into the water and go.
Okay.
Looking.
I'll
Still
shut
holding my
up.
concentration on the gem.
Okay. You begin to sink down into the water. Are you guys all following?
Yeah, why don't we put a rock and light in it first and go in the water?
You guys...
Wolfen will pick up a pebble, cast light on it, and throw it down.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Here,
Yeah.
put it on the movable one.
One of the animated pebbles. He can walk around with it.
Picks up one of Anastasia's little things and is
Yeah.
throwing its arms and legs.
It's wiggling around in your fingers. Its arms and legs are just moving.
And Wolfen will pick up and literally just peg it down into the water.
You almost think you hear it go ah, and then it goes into the water.
Oh, it's drowning! Ashlyn immediately dives in to try to save it.
Ashlyn dives in. You guys are diving in.
This
This
living rock thing might not be able to breathe underwater.
Rock, it's fine.
it's dark.
Ashlyn doesn't know this.
It's
She heard it go, ah!
It's cold, but you can see the light shining from the little pebble man as he continues to sink down ahead of you as you guys swim. And after descending a decent amount, probably anywhere between 100 and 120 feet of swimming, it all of a sudden opens up, but it opens up into what looks like a hive of intricate tunnels that keep on moving down. It looks like it may be a challenge, and just based on your passive skills that you guys have, if you were to go in these tunnels, it may be hard to find your way back out if there is no way to mark which way you've gone. And that's exactly where we're going to end tonight's episode, because we're a little bit over time. And well done, everybody. You guys.
Way to come through, Sarah, with the gems.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god, Ashlyn is a genius. In
I know, right?
You did very good on that little puzzle. That's good. And you leveled up to level 9 tonight, so that's another really cool thing. You guys have unlocked some really cool things for your characters. Molfin had a little conversation. Ashlyn had the finishing blow on a mighty green dragon tonight. I mean, hey, this was a good night. Diana pulled her mentor out of death again.
Yes.
Times two.
Yeah.
Good conversation with the two of them.
But yeah, great job, everybody. Fantastic. And those of you that hung out with us tonight, thank you once again for spending your time with us. Now, let's give out a nat 20 tonight. Does anybody know of a nat 20 that we need to be giving away?
Ashton, great nomination. Wolfen, great nomination. Lachlan, his spirit was here, and honestly, I could feel him so strongly. He just played really well tonight.
Yeah.
Like, he gave the best, most emotional performances of this entire team in our entire history of being on Twitch.
How was that?
We got B Brown in chat saying, give it to Ashlyn for the puzzle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for the killing blow on the green
And the
dragon,
killing blow
I would
was a
say.
double
Please
whammy.
don't give it to me for the puzzle. I really don't know what that meant, but that's okay.
That was
It
good.
worked out.
It was good. Yeah. Yeah,
But
I would
then-
agree with you guys. I would agree with you guys. And at chat, I think Ashlyn's going to have the nat 20 for next week whenever we get back together. Congratulations, guys. Yeah, that was pretty cool. I enjoyed that. I missed
Oh,
MG.
nice.
I missed MG, but that
Yeah.
was still good.
I know.
He's okay, man. Last I heard, he was on
Send
the
him
plane.
Yeah, last I heard he was on his way home, so I'm gonna have to check in on him, make sure he is okay. So, yeah. Usually he hates to miss Friday night sessions. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, thank you guys for tuning in tonight to Storm King's Thunder. This is episode 61. We, as far as I know, we're gonna be back next week. I know I've been told already that MG is gonna be out of town, so we might have 2 episodes in a row where we're gonna be missing MG. But we'll keep you guys posted on that. I'm pretty sure he's going to be out, but I'm going to double check, make sure my schedules are right. And the following week, we're probably going to have a one-shot on Friday night.
Yeah, because Chrissy's leaving for a week for Kingdom Hearts 3, guys!
I am going to...
Which reminds me, Mystic Hour, this coming 24th, we are going to do a Kingdom Hearts timeline recap and just talk about what we're expecting for the game. It's going to be a big episode for Kingdom Hearts. If you like Kingdom Hearts and you're excited about Kingdom Hearts 3 launching the week after, definitely come check us out. I definitely won't be here for a week, so you will not see me on stream for a full week because I'm going to be playing Kingdom Hearts 3.
All right. I'm actually going to be out of town on the 1st as well. Well, I'm not going to be out of town. It's my daughter's daddy-daughter dance at school.
Oh, right, yeah!
So I cannot miss that. I will be there. I'll be dancing the night away with my little one. So that's what I'll be doing. So I think we're going to have a one-shot in two weeks from now. I'm not sure who's going to take the helm, who's going to DM, and what we're going to do from there. But we've got plenty of people in the Proficiency Bonus family that I know would be more than happy and willing to jump on board and do that. So, yeah. Well,
I also just want to, Michael, I love that you're like, hey, there's a Stagathon. Storm King's Thunder plot is still here, guys. Hey, remember Storm King's Thunder is here.
it's like, yeah, I purchased this text. There's this book. It's this important text right here. It's called Storm King's Thunder. It's also the title of this whole stream. Yeah. There's an important guy on the cover. He's a giant. He's not a lich. He's giant.
I'm down with it.
But as I was reading the text, I'm like, you know what? There's ways that this book can do even more for our friends here. So just seeing all these interweaving storylines that we've got going on, it's gonna be great.
Yep.
I'm excited about it.
Well done.
So
Well played, Michael.
Yeah.
But I still take away that inspiration for that Canadian geese comment. Every time.
You wretched DM and your Canadian geese. I'm gonna pick up some ginger ale for next week. I'm gonna
Yes,
pick.
you
I will. Well, guys, everybody who's been hanging out with us, have a fantastic evening. Thank you guys so much for being here, and thank you so much for all the support, all the bits that we're given. We do appreciate that because that all gets put back into the channel to make what we do better. So thank you guys so much from the bottom of our hearts. We love you, and until next time. If you find yourself in front of a strange well with colored gems, trust not only your elf monk with an intelligence of -1 to figure it out for you. But also, don't forget to add that proficiency bonus. We'll see you guys next time. Have a good night.
I love you. Bye.